Hello students, good afternoon. Welcome to a live paper discussion, Physics Wala, Vidyapeeth, Hyderabad. So we collected a good number of questions based on student memory. So 29th morning shift and myself and my team members are ready with paper discussion. So myself is Nagaraju, chemistry lecturer.
I'm Nandagopal, physics faculty.
This is Karan, maths faculty here at PW Hyderabad. So before we discuss today's paper, sir, how do you feel was chemistry section in the paper?
Chemistry is today somewhat easy when compared with yesterday and day before.
Okay.
Last few papers. Straight away questions and the standard questions are there, but student feel very comfortable with chemistry.
Okay. And sir, math, physics?
Physics is always student friendly.
Okay.
Yes, they are enjoying actually physics. It seems the trend is changed. A few years back, physics is they'll feel very difficult. Now they are enjoying physics part.
Yes.
So physics teachers are also enjoying now. So what do you feel about math?
Because physics teachers are enjoying, so like maths teachers are feeling comfortable now.
Driving force.
Yeah,
math
correct. So it's moderate kind of paper. Let's see how students have performed.
Hopefully it's not lengthy again.
Yeah. Some questions are lengthy, some are like which could be done in fraction of seconds also. So it depends on the skill of the students also, whether they've revised the notes properly or not, because most of the things are done in the class itself.
Yes, revising notes is always a good thing, especially for competitive exams.
Yeah, sir.
So it's more important. And even few students are saying maths lengthy, and still it's when compared with the last year, lengthiness somewhat reduced.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
So let's start then.
Yes.
Okay,
Today
sir.
we'll start with
Okay,
maths.
let's start with maths today. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. So, students, I hope you have done nicely in your paper. Let's start the discussion for maths today. Questions which are memory-based questions from the mathematics section. Let us start from a very simple problem. Again, a kind of question from the binomial theorem. The minimum value of n for which the number of integer terms in the binomial expansion, this is the binomial expansion, so the number of terms which are integers, they are given to us as 183. So whenever we are dealing with the questions related to binomial theorem, the task number 1 is we have to start the question by writing the general term. So let us quickly write the general term for this binomial, that is tr plus 1. So the moment we write tr plus 1, which is ncr, and here we can write 7 raised to power 1 by 3 power n minus r into 11 raised to power 1 by 12 power r. So that is the first task for us. Once we have written the general term, now we can just club them in this way: n minus r by 3, 11 raised to power r by 12. Now, since in the question we are just talking about the integral terms, so it means r should be a multiple of 12. R should be a multiple of 12. At the same time, when we are saying r is a multiple of 12, automatically what we are to do here, we have to take the LCM of 3 and 12 common, so that this portion from the first part can also be a multiple of 12 that can contribute for the integral terms. So let us quickly check from the second part that what are the terms. So it will be 0 is one of the factor, because then 12, then 24, and so on. Is this clear? And now we can again write it as 0 into 12, 0 into 12, and this is 1 into 12, this is 2 into 12, and so on. And the last part is that the number of terms which are given to us as 183. Try to focus here that the number of terms once we are counting, it is 0, 1. So the last term, because 0 is also included, that will be 182 into 12. Yes or no? I want all your comments in the comment section. Be fast. Tell me, have you performed this question in this way? Tell me, be fast. Yes, no? Very nice, very nice. So eventually we have to just multiply this. Now what is the multiplication? 182 into 12. Tell me, what is the answer? 2184. Which option? We'll go with C option. Right or wrong? Such a simple problem, such a simple problem. Mohan, yes, you have performed very nicely. Correct answer. Now we'll move to the next problem. So easy question from definite integration. Easy question, and to be more precise, this is an NCERT level question. certain question, these are very standard problems which we solve in the class also. So I want your comments. How to start this? Or what was the right answer which you have written in the paper? Tell me your answers. Be fast. Yes. Before we start this question. So direct substitution will be involved in this. What is the direct substitution involved in this is, we will just put sin x minus cos x is equal to t. The moment you substitute sin x minus cos x is equal to t, try to see, you have created the derivative, have you? Just let us see, what is the derivative of this? Cos x, and what is the derivative of this? Minus sin x. So plus sin x into dx is equal to dt. I hope students are comfortable with this. Once you have written this, try to observe, your integration just changes to what? This is nothing but dt, but now in the denominator, things are in terms of x. We want everything to be in terms of t. So what should be done? Just square it. The moment you square both sides, what you will get? Sin square plus cos square, which is 1, minus 2 sin theta cos theta, which is sin 2 theta. It is sin 2x, which is nothing but equal to t square. So we can quickly write the value of sin 2x from here, which is nothing but 1 minus t square. Just put this value here. So 9 plus 16 into 1 minus t square. Once you have done with this particular substitution, students, do not forget that you have to change the limits also, because the question is from definite integration. The limits were dx. So x is running from 0 to pi by 2. So when x is equal to 0, just substitute x is equal to 0 here. So sin 0 is 0. Cos 0 is 1, so the limit is minus 1. And the moment when you substitute x is equal to pi by 2, what is sin pi by 2? Which is 1, and this is 0, so this is 1. And do not forget to write this 80 also. I hope till here everything is very sorted. Very simple technique we are using here, and very simple problem. Now you can see, what is this? This is an even function. Because it is even function, we can just integrate. So 80 into twice of 0 to 1 dt divided by, just manipulate it. So 19 plus 16 minus 16 t square, right? So what we are getting, students, what we are getting 160 into integration of 0 to 1 dt divided by 25 minus 16 t square, right? So now just divide by 16. The moment you divide by 16, what we are getting? We are getting 10 here. 0 to 1 dt divide by 5 by 4 whole square minus t square. Be fast. Tell me in the comment section. Up to here, everything is sorted. Be fast, students. Tell me your answers. Now direct integration we have to do. So what is the integration of this? This is 1. This is 10. 1 by 2 into a is 5 by 4, yes or no, into log of a plus x upon a minus x. So we can write this on the other slide. So so 10 into, again 1 by 2 into a means 5 by 4, right, into log of a plus x by a minus x. Yes or no? Tell me in the comment section. Be fast. What is the integration of this? Till here everything is sorted. Put the limits, students. Tell me which option you are going for. Which option? Limits are from 0 to 1. 0 to 1 you have to just integrate it. So this will be, just cancel it out. This will be cancelling out. So this is 4 into integration. What are the limits? 0 to 1. So just to simplify this, this is nothing but 5 plus 40 divided by 5 minus 40, and the limits are 0 to 1. The moment you substitute 1, what we are getting? We are getting 9 here, and this is 1. So log of 9. And the moment you substitute 0, see, this thing is becoming 0, and we are getting log 1. Log 1 is 0. So we'll go for 4 times ln 9. Let us see this, which option? 4 times log 9. So we can write log 9 as 3 square, right? We can write log 9 as 3 square. Just manipulate it. So square will come here, 8 into ln 3 as per the demand of options. So 8 into ln 3 will go with A option. Such a simple question. Simple, easy question. Okay, you have to just do the calculations very, very careful in these kind of questions. rest everything is sorted. Same kind of models are discussed in the class in much detail. So I hope students are comfortable. Now moving on to the next problem, let us take one more question here. A question which is from vectors. Same kind of question which we have been discussing in past all the years. Same kind of approaches again and again they are coming into picture. So one vector is given, another vector B is given, and one condition is given, A cross C is equal to C cross B, and one more condition is involved here. So you have to find the value of mod of C square. So how a normal student who doesn't know the approaches properly, how he will start this question? He will assume the C vector to be x I cap, y j cap, z k cap, and he'll try to make conditions from here. He'll try to make conditions from here, and then he'll be playing with the equations, three unknowns, and solving them is again a very challenging task in the paper. So in paper, how you have to solve this? Let us quickly see. A cross C is equal to C cross B. Right? So now we'll bring this on one side. So what we are getting, A cross C minus C cross B is equal to 0. So minus C cross B, again we can write it as A cross C plus B cross C is equal to 0. I hope this step is clear, because A cross B is minus B cross A. Why I am saying this? Because we have to take cross C common from here. So what we are getting? We are getting A plus B cross C is equal to 0. Cross product of two vector is 0. It means what? They are parallel. So C is nothing but lambda times A vector plus B vector. And now what is your A vector? What is A vector? 2i minus j plus 3k, and B vector is this. We just simply need to add them. 3 and 2, what we are getting, will get 5i cap. 5i cap, again minus 6j cap, just club the terms, and with k, so we are getting plus 4k cap. I hope till here everything is sorted. So we have just calculated the value of C. We have just calculated the value of C from here in terms of lambda, and at the end of the day he is asking mod of C square. So mod of C square will be what? Lambda square into modulus of this. How to calculate modulus of this vector? Quickly tell me in the chat section, what is the modulus of this? X square plus y square plus z square under root. What is the value of this? Be fast, students. Let me see your comments. How you have done this question? Be quick, be quick. Yes, Jeevan, tell me what is the answer? What is the answer of modulus of this? Yes, very nice, 77. Very nice. So one equation we have calculated here. That is mod of C square is equal to lambda square into 77. Let it be 1. At the same time, we have one more condition over here. What is that condition? Condition is A plus C dot with, yes, dot with B plus C. This is equal to 1680. Boys and girls, after solving this particular condition, will get very easy thing, and from there we can directly calculate the value of lambda, because the task is just to calculate the value of lambda at the end of the day. So what we are getting, just distribute the properties. A dot B, then plus A dot C, next plus C dot B, then C dot C. This is given to us as 1680. A dot B we can easily calculate. A vector is given, B vector is given. Quickly tell me, what is A dot B in the comment section? Be fast. What is the value of A dot B? Be fast. Let me see how you have done this. A dot B, what is the value of A dot B? Good. You have done it right. It is nothing but 14. So this value is nothing but 14, and try to see what we can do. A dot C or C dot A1, and the same thing, commutative property. So C dot, this is nothing but A plus B, right? And C dot C, which is nothing but mod of C square, which is nothing but given 77 into lambda square from the first equation. Again, what is the value of A plus B? We can calculate. We have already seen this particular thing here. A plus B is there. Or we can also write the value of C. C is nothing but what? Lambda times A plus B. So lambda into A plus B square. We can calculate the value of A plus B magnitude, and then we can just square it and tell me what is the answer we are getting from here. 77. So finally, what is the final equation for us? Final equation will be, just observe there, 77 lambda square plus from this particular part again with lambda we have a plus b whole square, which is nothing but 77, which is nothing but 77. No, let's see in the question, it is 1680. So somebody is saying 168. No, it's 1680, Mohan. It's not 1680, it's 168. Right, 1680. It's given to us in the question. Right? Ajit, okay? Let us see more comments. Be fast. Okay, come. I hope you are comfortable with these steps. So again, let us quickly make the final equation. See here, we have to just substitute the value a plus b whole square. We have just used it here. That is nothing but 77, right? So 77 lambda square plus 77 lambda, that is equal to what? Equal to, so this is 1680 minus 14, right? It should be 168. It should be 168, I guess, right? Sir, question is wrong. Okay. Yes, students are replying in the chat box that question is wrong. They're telling me it should be 168. Okay, okay. Okay, Harshal, we'll go with 168, right? Okay, let us check for 168 then. If it is 168, so what will be the impact on the calculations? Harshal? Yes, we are using 168, right? Okay, so what we will get? We'll get 154 then here. We'll get 154 here then. Right. So see, these are memory based questions which are collected. So there may be some discrepancy in the data, but just try to understand the approaches. So we are getting this is equal to 2. What are the possible values? So lambda square plus lambda minus 2 is equal to 0. So what are the possible values? One of the value is 1, right? And the other value is minus 2. We have calculated 2 values of lambda from here, and now just put these values in this equation. What is the equation? That is equation number 1. Mod of c square he is asking. So that is lambda square into 77. Lambda square we have seen. Lambda is there. So what are the possible values? 1 and 4. Just multiply them. Tell me which option. Be fast. Be fast. Tell me, put the value of lambda. Lambda square is 1 or lambda square is 4. Just multiply here. So one of the possible values 1 into 77, right? Or 4 into 77. I want your answers in the comment section. Be fast, boys. D is the correct option. Yes? Okay, perfect. We'll go with D option. So again, what we have to understand from this particular question is the approaches are being repeated again and again. Same kind of problems are coming in the paper. Rather than assuming the vector to be xi cap, y j cap, z k cap, we can solve this problem in a very simple manner, right? So without wasting any time, seeing your curiosity, seeing your activeness in the chat box, let me directly take you to the next problem now. Again, one of the question from the limits. So let us see how to solve this particular question. Very standard cubic equation actually it is. But it would be more nice if instead of 5 we would have 6. Then this equation is very familiar or very interesting equation. So let us do that particular step here. K is running from 1 to n. So we have k cube plus 6k square plus 11k. And what I am doing, I am writing this 5 as 6 minus 1. Why I am writing this step? Reason being, this particular equation, this particular cubic equation from here to here is very nice because it has roots minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3. So this is a very standard equation. So k plus 1 we can factorize it. K plus 2 into k plus 3 minus 1 divided by k plus 3 factorial. And this is sigma k running from 1 to n, limit n approaches to infinity. And now we will just separate the terms. We'll separate into two parts. So what is the first part? First part is k plus 1 into k plus 2 into k plus 3 divided by k plus 3 factorial. This k plus 3 factorial can be written as k plus 3 into k plus 2 into k plus 1 into k factorial. So why? Because everything will get cancelled out now. So from the first part, what we are getting? We are getting 1 by k factorial. And from the second part, what we are getting? 1 by k plus 3 factorial over sigma. Sigma k running from 1 to n, limit n approaches to infinity. And now we have to just observe these terms. We have to just observe these terms, what we are getting. If you substitute in the first part, again, let me write this again, 1 by k factorial minus 1 by k plus 3 factorial. The moment you substitute k is equal to 1, what we are getting? 1 by 1 factorial plus 1 by 2 factorial plus 1 by 3 factorial plus 1 by 4 factorial and so on. That is from the first part. And from the second part, what we are getting? The moment you substitute k is equal to 1, we will get 1 by 4 factorial plus 1 by 5 factorial and so on. Because the terms are infinite, so either you can write in terms of exponential also. We know the series of e power x, and then just you substitute e is equal to 1, we will get this series. Or directly, if in paper you are not able to recall the series of e power x, for example, then what to do? Just cancel out all the terms. Just cancel out all the terms from 1 by 4 factorial and so on. All these terms will get cancelled out. So the remaining portion is what? Remaining portion is 1 by 1 factorial plus 1 by 2 factorial, which is 1 by 2, and plus 1 by 6. Tell me, have you solved this question in this way? Harshil, tell me what is the answer for this particular question? Your answer in the comment section. I am waiting for all your comments. Correct, correct. Option number A. So this question from limits, and this is a medium kind of question. Medium kind of question, why we are saying here? Because the first click in this particular question is you have to write this 5 as 6 minus 1. So if this kind of click you are getting in the paper, then this problem is very sorted. Otherwise, if you are not getting that click, then this question will turn out to a bit tricky for us. So let us go to the next problem. DP sir will join me here for this particular question from vector 3D. Sir, over to you.
Okay, so let's see once again. Okay, so L1 is given, L2 is given, and then a line L3 is there which is passing through one point is given and parallel to the vector L1 and L2, which is perpendicular to L1 and L2. So let's see, if you have two vectors given, any vector which is perpendicular to both the vector, what will be it? It will be cross of both the vector. So if I convert this equation L1 as x1 x minus 1 by 1 is equal to y minus 2 by minus 1 is equal to z minus 1 by 2 is equal to lambda. Okay, and then there is another which is your x plus 1 by minus 1 is equal to y minus 2 by 2 is equal to z by 1 is equal to mu. Okay, these are the two given lines, right? Now they are saying there is another line. Suppose these are two lines, okay, and then there is another line which is passing through. Suppose this is your L3 which is passing through alpha comma beta comma gamma. Okay, and this one is perpendicular to what? It is perpendicular to the common means it is parallel to the common perpendicular line. Okay, so now how to calculate the direction of this line, common perpendicular line? So we will take the cross product of the direction ratio of L1 and the direction ratio of L2. And where is the direction ratio of the line? It is appearing in the denominator. For L1 the direction ratio will be 1 minus 1 and 2, right? And for L2 what will be it? The direction ratio will be -1, 2 and 1. Okay, this is the thing, right? Now cross product we have to take for the direction of common normal, right? So we will take the cross product of both the ratios. So let's take it here. So it is I, J, and let's take it is P and Q. So P cross Q we will calculate K, and then the ratios are 1 minus 1 to 1 minus 1 2, and the other one is minus 1 to 1, minus 1 to 1. Okay, we can calculate it easily. What is the value? I into minus 1 minus 4, it is minus 5, and then minus of j into 1 minus of minus, that is plus 2, and then k plus of k into 2 minus of 1, that is equal to 1. So this is your perpendicular line, right? So now we got the direction of this line as well, right? Now this line they are saying it is passing through alpha comma beta, so obviously we can write the equation. And now one more information is given, that L3 intersects L1. L3 intersects L1. So if you will extend this one, somewhere it is going to intersect. And if two lines are intersecting, what can you do? You can calculate the point of intersection, right? You can calculate the point of intersection. That is a way, but you will not go through that, because it will be a lot of effort it will take to calculate the point of intersection. There will be five different variables, right? Lambda will be there, mu will be there, alpha will be there, beta will be there, gamma will be there. Okay, IIT do not want you to calculate lengthy. Okay, many a time they will just give you some trick. Okay, so if you are smart with the calculation, you can reduce the time. What we will do, if two lines are intersecting, their minimum distance, the minimum shortest distance between them will be equal to 0. If you will apply that, then we can directly calculate the shortest between the line L1 and L3 is equal to 0. Okay, so let's take both the line and then we will calculate the shortest distance. So what is the L1? L1 we have seen it is x minus of 1 by 1 is equal to y minus 2 by minus 1, and then z minus 1 by 2 is equal to z minus 1 by 2. And L3 we can write, L3 what can we write? It is passing through alpha comma beta comma gamma, and this is the direction ratio. So this is equal to y minus of beta divided by minus 3 is equal to z minus of gamma divided by 1. Okay, so this is your line L3. Now the distance between them is minimum distance, means shortest distance between them is 0, because they are intersecting. And how to calculate the shortest distance? We will take the points wherever it is passing through. Suppose this is passing through alpha comma beta comma gamma, and this line is passing through 1 comma 2 comma 1. Okay, 1 comma 2 comma 1. Now we will take the difference of these 2 points. We will get one vector, this, and projection of this vector on perpendicular to the direction, means common perpendicular, will be equal to 0, because the perpendicular projection, the distance is 0, so it will become 0, right? So directly we will calculate this one. So what will be the, suppose this is your A and B, so what will be your AB, or you can say BA, anything you can calculate. So BA, let's say it is alpha minus 1I plus beta minus 2J plus gamma minus 1K, right? This is your vector. Now projection of this vector on this perpendicular, common perpendicular we have not calculated. Okay, common perpendicular we will calculate. So common perpendicular for L1 and L3, what will it become? It will become that directly we will take the cross product of these two ratios, means I, J, K. Here it will become 1 minus 1 2, and here it is minus 5 3 and minus 3 and 1. This is your perpendicular, right? So this value, how much it will come? You can directly calculate. What is it? So it is I into minus 1 and plus 6. So it will become 5, right? Minus 1 plus of 6, then minus of j into minus 3 and minus 5. So it will become minus 8, and then k into plus of k into minus 3, and then minus 3 and minus of 5, minus 3, sorry, here it is 1 plus of 10, 11. Okay, so this is the perpendicular direction. Now projection of this on this is 0, means dot product of them will be equal to 0. The dot product of these two, if you will take 0, so let's take the dot product is equal to 0. So directly 5 into this, so 5 into alpha minus 1, and then minus minus will become plus 8 plus 8. I think here minus of 5 is there, minus of 5 is there, so it is minus of 5, and here it will become minus of 8 into plus of 8 into beta minus 2, beta minus of 2, and then here it will become 11 into gamma minus 1 is equal to 0. From here it will become how much? 1 minute. It is plus, this is it plus j? J is 1 and then 1 and plus of 10. So how much it is going to come? J component. What is? Tell me the answer. $11. Okay. So check the calculation here. I into minus 1 minus of minus plus, so it will become plus 5, and then j into 1 and minus of minus, so become plus of 11. Okay, here it is little bit incorrect. Okay, so j minus of j into it is 11, right? This is plus, and then plus k into what will it come? Minus 3 and minus of 5, so it is coming minus of 8. So this is the actual thing. So here it is minus 8 and here it is plus of minus of 11. So it will come plus of 5 and then minus of 11 plus of 8 gamma minus 1. So now you can calculate 5 alpha minus of 5 plus of beta, minus of 11 beta plus of 22 plus of 8 gamma minus of 8 is equal to 0. Okay, or minus of 8 is equal to 0. So how much it is coming? 5 alpha. What we have to calculate? Let's see the question. So it is 5 minus 11 beta minus of 8 gamma. What it is coming here? Minus 11 minus, here minus should be coming. Okay, I think it is minus of 8. Sorry, it is minus of 8 here. So it is minus of 8 here. So minus of 8 and plus of 8. So now it is 11 beta and then minus of 8 gamma is equal to how much it is? 25 with minus sign. Because they are taking mod, it will become plus of 25. So that is going to be your answer. So this is the shortest method you can apply. You should be smart with your calculation. You can reduce the time. If you are going to calculate this point of intersection alpha, beta, gamma, and then you are going to place it here, it will take a lot of time. Okay, but if you are doing in this way, it will be short and very simple, and it will be giving you very quick answer, right? So this is the maths part. Now we will discuss the physics, and later also we will see. Yes, correct answer. All are giving correct. Tricky question. Yes, good. Yes, it was tricky. So now we will see the physics part. Sir,
thank you, sir.
over to you.
It looks like last question is little lengthy.
It was lengthy, but if you will do another method, it will be more lengthier. Means if you are smart with the calculation, you can reduce it. Okay.
I think the trick is looking at the what you want in the answer.
Yes.
So looking at the options of 5.
So actually there are two ways. Either you can directly go. See, they are giving the same expression which are coming after solving these two.
Correct.
Okay. Other thing is you can calculate alpha, beta, gamma, and then
correct. It
then
become
it will be very lengthy.
Yes.
Okay. Without knowing the value of alpha, beta, gamma, also it is coming.
Correct.
Okay. So that is the thing. So over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So here, students. So as usual, physics part is very easy. So right now we'll discuss few questions what we have got right now from the memory based of the students. Let us see some of these questions. Okay, so this is based on conservation of momentum and collisions. Of course, the topic is center of mass or system of particles in overall sense. So the question is, there is a pendulum or two pendulums. One of them has a bob of mass m, another one has mass m by 2. It is displaced by some distance or some angle and released. And as it comes, it is going to collide with another bob. So just after the collision, so what is the speed? What is the speed of the second bob pendulum just after the collision? So this is the condition. So first thing that all of us, what we should do is now to calculate the initial speed just before the collision first. So it is initial position. So to find out the speed, what we just need is conservation of angular momentum. So let this is position A and this is position B. So what is the initial height from here? It is L cos theta, which is L by 2. And finally, this is the height of L. So decrease in height is L. So for m by 2 alone, we are talking right now, for the particle of mass m by 2, it has come down by distance L by 2. So we can write delta decrease in potential energy is increase in kinetic energy. From that we can write V equal to root of 2gh. So it is root 2g, decrease in height is L by 2. So it is root gl. So this is the speed of the particle just before the collision. Now after that it is a simple collisions, elastic collisions in one dimensional motion. So in a very simple way we can draw it like this. This is m and this is m by 2. This is coming with a speed u. That u is given from here for us. Suppose if we assume this to be u, this is coming out to be like this. So let us take just a basic condition of collisions if we apply. Now we will get the answer. So what is the way to solve basic collisions, one dimensional collisions? Two equations we have to form. One is conservation of linear momentum. Another one is the condition for what kind of collision it is. That is elastic collision E equal to 1. So let us solve those two equations and we will get the answer now. So first one, conservation of linear momentum. This is m, this is m by 2. Now after the collision they may be moving with, suppose this is first one, this is second one, this is first one, this is second one. So this is again m by 2 and this is m. So if you apply conservation of linear momentum for this, final momentum is m by 2 into v1 plus m into v2 is initial momentum m by 2 into u plus m into 0. So we get the equation as v1 plus 2v2 is u. This is our first equation now. Then the second one is elastic collision. For elastic collision we can write E equal to 1. But the formula of P is v2 minus v1 by u1 minus u2, which is 1 now. So v2 minus v1 equal to 1 into u1 is u, u2 is 0. We'll put this equation here, second equation now. So we get that as minus v1 plus v2 is u. Now we just have to solve these two equations now. So when you add these two equations, simply what we get now is 3v2 is 2u. So our v2 is simply 2 by 3u. And what you want to calculate here? So what we want to calculate is the speed of the second bob just after the collision. That means we have to calculate v2. So the value of v2 is 2 by 3u. That u is root gl. So we got the answer. Very, very simple. It is little time taking, maybe 1 minute or 1.5 minutes it may take time. But still its concepts is very simple. So we still consider it to be very simple question only. Let us see the other questions now. Concept is very simple, just it is involving collisions and little bit of conservation of energy principle. That's all. Let us see the next one now. So another very, very simple question, as usual in physics we expect. So This is based on dimensional analysis. So we are given velocities depending on three different parameters A, B, C as some relation. So we have to calculate the dimensional formula of ABC, product of A, B and C. So individually we can calculate the values, dimensional formulas of A, B and then C, then multiply the product simply. Now some of the basic rules are, while using dimensional analysis, we can add similar terms. So now we will start with this term. So C plus T. So C and T should have the same dimensions. So dimensional formula of C must be dimensional formula of T, that is T power 1. Now compare the same terms. Now this is V, so other one should also be V only. If this is V, this whole term should also be V only. So then we can write A T square is dimensionally same as velocity. So dimensional formula of A will be simply then dimensional formula of velocity by T square. Dimensional formula of velocity L power 1 T power minus 1 by T power 2, which will become L power 1 T power minus 3. This is of A dimensional formula. Then BT by C should have the same dimensions of V again. So if you use that relation, we get it as BT by C plus T should have the same dimensions of that of again V. So again we have seen C is nothing but T. So B dimensionals are same as dimensional formula of V, which is L power 1 again T power minus 1. Now product of all these three we want to calculate. So here L power 1, no L, L power 1. So total L power 2. Here T power 1, T power minus 3, T power minus 1. So again T power minus 3. So we got the product of ABC dimensions are simply L square T power minus 3. Right? Very simple. Yes, many students are giving the answer as C. Good. Very simple answer. So the way the questions are coming in physics, we should aim to finish the physics paper at least in 40-45 minutes, so that we can give that sufficient time for maths. It is the way of getting very high score marks. Okay, anyway, but it is not at the compromising the concepts or like getting less marks, but it is very easy paper. So even if you attempt all the 25 questions, easily we can solve this in 45 minutes quite easily. So let us see other questions also in this way. Now, this is a simple question on statement type question, but again concept is very simple. So it's talking about the time period of a simple pendulum and how does it varies with the height. When we go to the peak of a mountain, how does it change? So the time period of a simple pendulum is 2 pi root L by G. So T is inversely proportional to root G. So if you look at the second statement says that time period of a pendulum increases with decrease in G. If G decreases, time period increases. That means statement 2 is correct. Now statement 1. The statement 1 says the peak of a mountain, the time period of a pendulum increases. When we go to the peak of the mountain, that means we are going above the surface of the earth. As you go to the heights, as height is increasing, we know that G value decreases. If G decreases, time period increases. That's what the statement 1 says. That means here statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is also correct. Right? So what are they saying? Good. So it's nice score. So statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is also correct. So that is option B. Statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is also correct. So it's option B. Alright, another easy question now. Now let us see next question. So a graph between wavelength of incident light and kinetic energy of photoelectrons emitted. Which concept is this? Photoelectric effect. Very simple. So what is the expression for kinetic energy? Maximum kinetic energy of electrons. Maximum kinetic energy of photoelectrons is given by energy of photon Hc by lambda minus work function. So we have to get the relation between them. So here, as lambda increases, kinetic energy decreases. And when lambda becomes equal to the threshold wavelength, kinetic energy of electrons becomes 0. So with increase in lambda, kinetic energy has to decrease. We can just choose the options now here. If you look at these two options, option C and D, option C says kinetic energy is negative. That's not possible. Option D also says kinetic energy can be negative. That's not possible. Option B says kinetic energy is directly proportional to wavelength. With increase in wavelength, kinetic energy is increasing. That's not correct. With increase in wavelength, kinetic energy has to decrease. So only option possible is option A. See how simple it is again. We don't have to do an exact graph also. We just have to choose which is the right option here. So it's very, very simple again. Right? Yes. So many of you are saying it is option A. That's correct. Good. Now let us see one more simple physics question. So if you see the trend, every paper, almost every paper in every shift, there is a question coming on either diodes or logic gates. One question is definitely coming from semiconductors. Again, here also we could see that. So identify the logic gate represented by the circuit shown below. Again, you have two ways here. One is by writing the Boolean algebra function directly, or by verifying the truth table. Your choice. Many students feel comfortable by doing the truth table, which is maybe a few seconds time taking more than compared to Boolean function. But let us see that one only. So let us simple way, let us start with the truth table here. So suppose this is A, this is B, we have to verify what is C here finally. So we'll start with 0, 0. Now if you put 0, 0 here, this is NAND gate, not AND, and this is NOR gate. So when you go with 0, 0, AND will give you 0, so NAND will give you 1. Then this is also giving you, this is NOR, NOR also will give you 1. So 1 and AND again given to not NAND gate, so which will give you 0. In the first case, you are going to get it as 0. So if it is 0, 0 coming out to be 0, it is neither, it can be either OR gate or AND gate. So it cannot be an AND gate, it cannot be an OR gate now. Right? It cannot be an AND gate, it cannot be an OR gate, because when you start with 0, 0, NAND gate will give you 1, NOR gate will give you 1. Simple. Now if we take one more option, we can discriminate between AND gate and OR gate. So let us take with 0, 1. So when we take with 0, 1, OR could have given you, this is NAND gate, AND could have given you 0. Now I'll take another color and just show you this one. Suppose this is 0, 1. When you take 0 and 1, AND will give you 0, so NAND will give you, AND will give you 0, so NAND will give you 1. And here OR could have given us 1, so NOR will give you 0. Now 1, 0 we are giving. 1, 0 to AND could have given 1, 0 to AND could have given us 0. NAND could have given us 1. So for 0, 1 you are getting it to be 1. So 0, 1, 1 means it is OR operation and not AND operation. So we got the answer as OR gate. See how much time it is taking. Even though we may have to supposed to verify entire truth table, but we don't have to do it here. Just with 2 verifications we can get the answer. So again, this is very, very simple questions. We have seen till now 5 physics questions. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 physics questions. All of them are simple. Maybe we can say first question may be little moderate because it is taking more than a minute time. So otherwise all the other questions are very, very simple. So hope all of you have done all the 6 questions correctly. I'll come back again to discuss more physics questions. Now I'll hand over to our chemistry teacher.
So I think students feel very comfortable with physics, it seems, sir.
So that's how actually physics students are enjoying.
Yes, yes. So during exam, if at least one or two subjects, if they feel comfortable, sometimes these two will give confidence to attempt even difficult question also.
Yes, and they're not feeling the stress that we have to solve tough questions in physics. Otherwise, physics can be tricky.
Yes.
But now they're making physics easy, which gives a lot of time for the students to be relaxed and think properly.
Yes, even if one subject is lengthy, they can utilize that time for that
Yes,
subject.
yes.
Whatever the time they are saving in physics. It's a good thing.
Nice to see that. Okay, sir, please
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yes, students, we have collected a good number of questions even from chemistry also. We'll start chemistry part. Yes, first one is from biomolecules. First one is from biomolecule. Straight away question from NCERT. So animal starch. So biomolecules weightage is more for mains exam, and not only biomolecules. Second year part D